Hello learner, greetings of the day. Let's discuss about polygon fill area clipping. Already we have discussed about the line clipping algorithm. How to clip a line segment against clipping rectangle, that was a concept that we had already discussed. And we have already seen what is Cohen-Sutherland algorithm, and as per the Cohen-Sutherland algorithm, how a line is clipped. So we have already discussed about this. Now, my question is, can we clip a polygon against the clipping rectangle? So if I clip a polygon using, say, Cohen-Sutherland algorithm, how it would be? Let's take an example here. A triangle I'm going to take as a polygon, which I need to clip now against the clip rectangle. As you all know, the triangle has three edges. Say this is vertex V0, this is vertex V1, and this is vertex V2. So total I have three vertices and again three edges. So line clipping says that you can clip, the input should be the two endpoints always. Why? Because a line segment consists of two endpoints. So here, if we go with the line clipping algorithm, I need to pass every time two endpoints as input, and then I need to calculate the intersection point. Similarly, here also V1, V2 I can pass as input and calculate the intersection point. And if I take here V2 and V0, I'll calculate the outcode, and again I'll check whether both the outcodes are non-zero or something, and then with that, as per Cohen-Sutherland algorithm, I'll perform AND operation and I'll check for the result. So I get there two intersection points and one point which is inside. So what is the output there? The output is again the line segment. I don't get there the filled area as the output. Instead, I get only the line segments as output. Right? So here, polygon means, what is the meaning? What is the basics of polygon? Polygon has not only the edges there, it doesn't have only the boundaries, but also it has well defined interior. So its interior is filled actually. Pixels are defined even in the interior part. So whenever I am generating this polygon clipping, I don't want only the boundaries to generate as output. Instead, I also want that filled area, filled pixel, interior of the polygon that lies inside the clipping rectangle. The portion that lies inside the clipping rectangle is of my interest. So conclusion is, I cannot make use of any line clipping algorithm or Cohen-Sutherland algorithm to clip a polygon. Okay. I have an example to prove this. As I have already taken the example, same way there is a triangle which has to be clipped, and if I make use of our line clipping algorithm, you can see here the two endpoints or a line segment is passed as an input, and I need to generate their intersection point. So a boundary is obtained. Next, again I take this two endpoints of the line segment. There again I get again the intersection points. So this is my portion of the line that is inside the clipping window. And then I have the two intersection points corresponding to this line segment. So this is again the portion of the line that lies inside. So you can see what is the output here. The line segments you can see as output there, but you see the interior is not filled. The interior is not defined. It is just blank. Only the boundaries are generated, but I don't want this. It is absolutely wrong for polygon clipping. Yes, so we require an algorithm now to implement polygon fill area clipping. So the algorithm here which we are going to follow to clip the polygon is Sutherland-Hodgman polygon clipping algorithm. So this is an important algorithm. So Sutherland-Hodgman polygon clipping algorithm. So remember, the important criteria for this algorithm is your polygon should be of convex shape, or in other words, it should be a convex polygon that you need to pass as an input in order to have, or in order to efficiently implement this Sutherland-Hodgman algorithm. What is the meaning of convex polygon? So here I have an example of a polygon. What is this polygon type? So can I take it as a convex polygon? So a convex polygon, yes, I can take it. Can I take here triangle as a convex polygon? Yes, it is a polygon with regularities, or you can say the polygon borders are regular, you don't have uneven thing, right? If I take a polygon of this shape, something like this, can I take it as a convex polygon? No, it is not a convex polygon. It becomes a concave polygon with irregularities there, right? So here I'm going to take a convex polygon as an input. So you can just say this is the original polygon here. Just see here. And then I have a clipping rectangle against which I clip now. And here, let me divide this clipping into 4 stages. Clipping is done in 4 stages. The first stage is in order: left clipping, then comes right clipping, and then comes bottom clipping, and then comes finally top clipping. So I'm going to do this clipping in 4 stages in order only. So after completing left only, I'll go to right, then only I'll go to bottom, and then finally I'll wind up with the top. So I should get the final output after clipping top region. And you can see here, original polygon, convex polygon is given as an input. First of all, I'm going to now I'm going to perform left clipping. So how the left clipping is performed, you can just see. After left clipping, you can see here, left portion of the polygon is completely removed. It is clipped off. So what is remaining there? The inside portion. Remember, I have not touched the top portion, bottom portion and right portion here. I have only clipped this left portion. So you can see here, left portion is clipped off, and then the remaining portion is retained as it is. Top, bottom, right, and the portion that is inside, retained as it is. Okay. You can see now this output you give as an input to the next clipper. And what is the next clipper? It is right clipper. And you remember here, right clipper is the one which clips only the right region, and you can see here, right region is totally removed. Okay, and whatever is remaining, the top and bottom is retained as it is, as well as the inside portion is as it is. We are not touching it. So the output of this, again you give it to the bottom clipper. And you can see bottom clipping is something like, just the bottom portion is clipped off, top is remaining as it is. So here inside and top it as it is. Just finally wind up with the top clip. Okay, and you can see here the top portion also is clipped off, and you can see only the inside portion that was inside the clip rectangle is retained. And this time not just the boundary there, also the interior of the polygon is retained. And this is actually the specialty of Sutherland-Hodgman algorithm, and it is proved to be efficient one. So let's not waste much of our time. Let's directly get into the algorithm and an example. Okay, so here we have at each stage, here we need to, in Sutherland-Hodgman, we need to pass the vertices at each clipping stage. So when I say clipping stage, it is left clipping, right clipping, bottom clipping and top clipping in order only. So always you need to send a pair of vertices as an input, and then output is always can be a single clipped vertex which will be immediately passed to the next stage. Okay, and here what is eliminated? It is eliminated the need for this eliminates the need for an output set of vertices at each clipping stage. So at each clipping stage you don't get the list of vertices as output, you may get a single clipped vertex as an output. Okay, and then finally the output is nothing but a list of vertices. Okay, and it just not just give it doesn't give only the boundary there, it also gives the interior portion of the polygon. Okay. Right. So here remember, this is not suitable for such type of polygon. This is not a convex polygon. And see what is the output of clipping a convex polygon with the help of Sutherland-Hodgman. See, two different polygons will be generated. You can see this is a single polygon, and final output of clipping of that single polygon is two separate polygons. So this is not a suitable input. So you must go for convex input polygon only. Yes, here we are. So we are going to take an example here. Just see, this is nothing but the clipping rectangle. What we have, this is a clipping rectangle, and this smaller rectangle, what you can see, is nothing but the object that we want to clip. And you can just see here the 4 stages of clipping. I'll explain you in detail these 4 stages with the help of 4 steps. Let's discuss Sutherland-Hodgman algorithm, the 4 steps of the algorithm. So I'll take an example of this polygon here. I have a clip rectangle and I have a polygon here. See, I have total 4 vertices for this polygon. And let me tell you about the order of vertices or the order of edges here. Always let's consider in Sutherland-Hodgman, let's consider the anti-clockwise direction. So in the anti-clockwise direction, the list of or the ordering of vertices is made. The ordering of edges are made in anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So if I consider this edge, bottom edge, V1 and V2 are, if they are the 2 vertices. So I'm going to start from vertex V1. So this vertex V1 I'm going to consider as outside vertex, and this vertex V2 I'm going to consider as in vertex. Okay, and this is the edge which actually starts from the left region and moves towards inner region. So what is this inner region means? Inside the clipping window. So let me call this case as out in case. So what is out in means? One point is outside and the other point is inside. And where is it? Left side. This particular vertex is at the left side. So outside to inside when the edge is passing. So you can see the direction, it is anti-clockwise. Okay, when it is outside to inside, the edge is passing. Let's see what should be the output. Okay, see the next case now. The next case is, see the 2 vertices, the next edge. I'm going in order. This edge is done. So the next edge now, I'm going in anti-clockwise direction. Next edge is V1, V2. So when I take V1, V2, as you can see here, both the points are inside the clipping window. So what should I do now? What should be the output there when both the points are inside the clipping window? You call this case as in. So what is this in means? One vertex V1 is also inside, the other vertex V2 is also inside. So you call this as in. Okay, now the third case, you see, let us continue with the same anti-clockwise direction. The next is this edge, top edge. So V1, V2 again, let me take. Now what is this case? One point is inside, the other point is, second point is outside. So the first point is inside, second point is outside. So I call this case as in-out case. In-out case. In in-out case, what should be the output? Let us see that. And next, finally, I have to wind up with the 4th edge. So what is the 4th edge there? You can see in the anti-clockwise direction. First vertex is V1, the other vertex is V2. And you can notice both the points are outside the clipping rectangle. So you call this case as out. So let's see what is this. What should be the output list of vertices in these 4 cases? So let's see now the first step in the algorithm. See, edges that are totally inside the clipping window. So in our diagram, what is that? Edges that are totally inside the clipping window. Step 1 says, yeah, it is our case 2 here in the diagram. So both edges, that is edge that is totally inside. When this is the case, what are we supposed to do? You can see both the vertices are inside, and what is output vertex there? The second vertex is always the output vertex. So in my let me keep one list of output vertices. Initially this list is empty. List of output vertices say empty. Okay, so the first vertex now I'm going to add here for this case is which one? The second vertex. I'm going in anti-clockwise direction. Second vertex is V2. So this vertex I'm going to add into my list. Done. Okay, so what is the next step saying? Edges that are leaving the clipping window. What is the meaning of edges that are leaving the clipping window? It is from inside to outside. This is the edge that is leaving the clipping window. So from inside the clipping window, it is moving outside. So first vertex is V1, second vertex is V2. So in out case you call, and what is that you have to do now? The output vertex is here the intersection point. So whenever you have an edge that is leaving the clipping window, in out case you have to calculate the intersection point, and that intersection point, let me call it as V1 dash, that you add to the list of vertex. So V1 dash is the intersection point that you are going to add over there into the list of vertex. Done. Now what is our third case? Edge that is entirely outside the clipping window. That is my fourth case. Edge now which is totally outside the clipping window, V1, V2. In this case, what am I supposed to do? Do nothing. Add nothing to the vertex output list. No vertex is calculated for out case. Okay. Now the last case is edge that is entering into the clipping window. What is that? Edge here we have that is entering into the clipping window from out to in. So V1 to V2. This is anti-clockwise again. Out to in, when the edge is entering, what are you supposed to do? Intersection point you have to calculate. Intersection point, and then the second vertex also you have to add into the output list. So what are those? One intersection point V1 dash, and the second point V2 also you're supposed to add into the list. So V1 dash comma V2 you are supposed to add into the output list. So these are the four list of vertices that you get after performing this clipping. And see here, remember I'm clipping here in 4 stages: left clipping, right clipping, bottom clipping, and top clipping in order. Let us see the same output, the same 4 steps here. You can refer it. It's specified inside the table. So the first case you can see the case is inside case, and in the diagram it is the second diagram. What you have to add there is the second vertex. Next case is inside outside. So it is the third one in the diagram. In out case. So here intersection point only you have to add, and then you have out case. Out is this fourth diagram. Both are outside. In that case nothing to be added, none. And then finally outside inside case, that is this first diagram, out to in. So here intersection point you have to calculate, and then the second point also you have to add into the list. Yes, let's take an example here. Example is here. This is a particular polygon which I have to clip, and my polygon has vertices 1, 2 and 3, and you can see here 3 edges also. Remember, I'm going to perform clipping in the anti-clockwise direction. So all the edges are taken in the anti-clockwise direction, and you can see here a clipping window is there. This clipping window looks very small, but the polygon is somewhere over here, very big polygon. Remember, whenever I'm performing the clipping in as per Sutherland-Hodgman algorithm, my clipping would go in 4 stages: left, right, bottom and top. So here left region you can see, till here it is left region. I have to extend this clipping rectangle. So you can see here till this portion it is left. What is bottom actually? Till this portion it is bottom. Okay, till this portion it is bottom, and you can see right portion we don't have anything, and top portion also we don't have anything to clip, but you can see bottom is there, you have to extend till here, and left is also there, which you have to extend till here. So this is how I have to perform clipping. Yes, here it is extended one. Okay, bottom is not shown, but you have to assume here it is there. Okay, yes. So here let us now start performing this clipping as per Sutherland-Hodgman algorithm. Input is here. We will start with this first stage, input edge. So what are you going to pass as an input? If this is an input polygon, so you should go in anti-clockwise direction. Let's start from the edge 1, 2. Go as per the anti-clockwise order of vertices. So first 1 and then 2. 1, 2. This is the edge 1. Then 2, 3. This is edge 2. Yes. And then 3, 1. This is the third edge. 3, 1. So all three edges you have to pass as an input. Now you have to check for the conditions. The 4 steps, try to recall. You can pause, you can go back and see the video, the 4 cases that whatever I had specified within the table, you can go through those 4 cases. Okay, let's check out now. First, I'm going to perform left clipping. So input I'm passing to the left clipper. So you can see this is my left clipper. Till this portion it is left clipping. Okay, so whenever I'm performing this left clipping, yes, so what are the 4 conditions? Same 4 conditions you have to check. Okay, so let me start with this first. Edge 1, 2. So where is this 1, 2? Whenever my clipping window is somewhere till here, okay, concentrate only on this left region. So here I have to clip only this portion. This is my area of interest. Rest all the other portion of the polygon, I assume that it is inside the clipping rectangle. Why? Because I have extended my clipping rectangle over here till here. So all the portion, the portion of the polygon that is outside this clipping rectangle, that is towards the left of the clipping rectangle, that portion I have to clip. But rest of the portion of the polygon that comes beyond, that comes within this clipping rectangle. So you can see even this portion, that is considered as the portion that is inside the clipping rectangle. Why? Because I have extended the clipping rectangle towards bottom here. Okay, right. And you can see here, I'm going to start the clipping. So first the edge is 1, 2. The edge is 1, 2. So let me show over here. The edge is 1, 2. And now what is this? This is a case where it says that my edge is inside the clipping rectangle. So both the vertices are inside. So V1 is also in, V2 is also in. So when both are inside the clipping rectangle, in that case, I'm supposed to consider the second vertex. So the second vertex should be added into the output list. You can go through the 4 steps. My 4 steps, as per 4 steps, my one case says that when both the points are inside the clipping window, the second vertex you are supposed to add. So what is that second vertex? It is V2. It is 2 which I have to add here. You can see. So in, so V1, V2 both are in. So 2 you are supposed to add. Next edge is 2, 3. So 2, 3 you take. In this, you can see here, one is in and one more is out. So in and out. This is the edge which is moving from inside to outside. So I have to go with the anti-clockwise direction only. So inside to outside. In out case, when there is in out case, remember I have to calculate an intersection point. So what is an intersection point? It is, say, 2 dash. So this is an inside point and this is an intersection point 2 dash, which you have to add into the now output list. Done. Now you're left out with the last edge 3, 1. 3, 1. So this is in again anti-clockwise direction. So you call this 3, vertex 3, as outside. Why? Because it is in the left region and it is outside the clipping window. You have the vertex 1 which is coming inside the clipping window. So remember why I'm calling it as inside, because I have extended this left region of clipping window. Whichever comes here inside this or after this left region, I consider that as inside clipping window. Okay, so as of now this vertex V1 is inside. So whenever there is out in case, I have to calculate again the intersection point 3 dash, and then also I have to add this second vertex inside. So 3 dash comma 1 are the 2 vertices that I'm going to add into my output list of vertices. So the 3 cases I have found after left clipping, and you can see what should be the output after left clipping. So this portion should be clipped off. Okay, so this portion should be clipped off. So what is the input that you pass for the next stage? You can see the input that you're passing for the next stage is this portion only. So you can see this portion of the polygon I'm passing as an input. So 2, you can see again in anti-clockwise direction only, let us go. So 3 dash 1, 3 dash 1, next you can see here 3 dash 1, next I'll go with 1, 1 dash, sorry, this 1 dash is not yet calculated, 3 dash 1, and then 1 comma 2, 1 comma 2, it's the next one, next 2 comma 2 dash, 2 dash is already calculated, 2 comma 2 dash, and then finally 2 dash comma 3 dash. I hope this is clear. So what is it actually? I have clipped off the left region only. I have not touched any other region. So after this first stage of left clipping, I have calculated 2 dash and 3 dash are the two intersection points that I have calculated. So the remaining portion of the polygon is 2 dash, 3 dash, 1 and then 2. Okay, so this is a polygon now which I have to consider. So edges, how you are considering? Only in the anti-clockwise direction. So again now with these 4 edges you have to start with the clipping. So again you conduct the test. Now this time I am going to perform right clipping. So what is right clipping? You have to see the right portion of the clipping window. So right portion of the clipping window can be extended up to here. Okay, so whichever comes in this right region you have to clip off. So now you can see any portion. Is there any portion of the polygon that comes in the right region? No, nothing comes in the right region. What is the meaning? We don't have to perform any clipping. Still we have to run our algorithm and check edge by edge. Okay, so first let's start with 2 comma 2 dash. So this is edge 2 comma 2 dash. As usual, let us take in the anti-clockwise direction 2 comma 2 dash. So what is this? I have to consider that both the points are inside the clipping window. Because I am performing right clipping, all the points are here inside the window. So 2 comma 2 dash, both are in case. So in this case second vertex should be added into the list. So 2 dash is added into the list. Next comes 2 dash 3 dash. 2 dash 3 dash. So in this case again you can see in the anti-clockwise the second vertex should be added. So which is the second vertex? 3 dash should be added. Yes. Next I have 3 dash comma 1. So 3 dash comma 1. So this is in the order. So second vertex 1 should be added into the list. Yes, 1 is added. Then 1 comma 2 finally, 1 comma 2 finally. So here again both the points are inside. So second vertex 2 is added into the list. Right? So these are the 4 vertices which are added into the list. So no clipping is done. All these vertices are retained as it is. Now you can go with the next clipping stage, that is bottom clipping stage. Remember, in this bottom clipping, I have one portion that is lying in the bottom portion, that is bottom outside the clipping rectangle. So here I have to perform the clipping, but let's see how is it. Again here, what are the edges that you are passing? Same edges, 2 dash 3 dash in anti-clockwise, 3 dash 1, then 1 2, then 2 2 dash. So in anti-clockwise direction I have taken the 4 edges, 2 dash 3 dash, 3 dash 1, 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 2 dash. So let's start checking the condition. So start from 2 dash comma 3 dash. It is this one. Okay, so what is this? See, remember this red color rectangle is our clipping rectangle. So let me change the pen color here. Okay, so red color, this is a rectangle. So my polygon now is somewhere over here. Okay, it is this polygon edge, and here this edge I'm going to take, and this edge I'm going to take, and finally this fourth edge I'm going to take. Okay, so let's start from which one? 2 dash comma 3 dash. So 2 dash comma 3 dash. So this one I'm going to consider. So here I'm going to consider one portion. So what is this? Actually this is a inside portion which is inside the clipping rectangle, but this 3 dash is a point which is outside the clipping rectangle. Why it is outside? Because this is a point which is lying in the bottom region. So I'm considering now the bottom region. Since I'm considering it as a bottom region, you can see 3 dash and the point 1 both are actually the points which are outside the clip rectangle. But I'm concentrating only on 2 dash 3 dash edge. So we found that 3 dash is outside the clipping rectangle. So it is in out case. When it is inside to outside the clipping region, what is that we have to do? Calculate. What is that we have to do? We have to just calculate the intersection point. So what is the new intersection point that I get over here? It is 2 double dash. Okay, so a new edge I have found, that is 2 dash 2 double dash. So this is a new edge that I get over here. Okay, so 2 double dash, that intersection point whatever you have calculated, add into the list of vertex. Done. Next I have, continue with that. Then the next edge, which is the next edge? 3 dash comma 1. So go with the 3 dash comma 1. So in this direction only you have to go. So what is this? This point is outside. Again point 1 is also outside. So both are out case. So what is that out? You don't have to add any list of vertices. Leave it. Okay, that means both are outside. So you have to leave it. It is blank. Go to the next edge, 1 comma 2. So 1 comma 2. So you can see this is a case where point 1 is outside, whereas point 2 is inside. So outside to inside case, whenever there is outside to inside case, you have to calculate the intersection point. So after calculating the intersection point, let me name it as 1 dash. That intersection point and the second vertex 2. So 1 dash comma 2, both you have to add into the list. 1 dash comma 2. Done. Now last one is 2 comma 2 dash. 2 comma 2 dash. So here both the points are inside in case. So the second vertex you are supposed to add. Which is the second vertex? It is 2 dash. Now after performing this bottom clipping, how the polygon looks like? I'll just show over here. The polygon looks like this. Somewhat like this. The polygon is somewhat like this. And you can see where is the clipping window? Clipping window is somewhere over here. Something like this. Clipping window is like this. Okay, so what are the points that I get there? 2 dash, and then I have here this point as 2 double dash, and then this point as 1 dash, and then this point as 2. These are the 4 points that I get here with respect to bottom clipping. Now I am ready for the top clipping. And you can see here the edges that you passed for the top clipping finally is this way. 2 dash, then 2 dash 2 double dash in anti-clockwise, 2 double dash 1 dash, and then finally 1 dash 2. Okay, so 1 dash 2. So all these are the 4 edges that you pass in the anti-clockwise direction. So this is the input that you pass for the top clipping. But whenever you perform top clipping, you can see here again all the 4 vertices are inside the clipping window. So all 4 cases that you have to check is in case. So in case, you can start from 2 double dash 1 dash. In case, as per in case, the second vertex should be added. 1 dash only you add. Next 1 dash 2, only 2 you add. And then 2 dash, only 2 dash you add. And then finally 2 dash 2 double dash, only 2 double dash you add into the list of vertices. So after this you can find all 4 vertices are inside, and this is the polygon that you have generated finally after clipping. So this is how you actually find or calculate this clipping, or you can say clipping you can perform using Sutherland-Hodgman algorithm. For your understanding, there are some other examples. You can pause the video here and you can start calculating for this example so that you can practice well. This is the solution for that. So one problem is definite in the exam on Cohen-Sutherland algorithm. Sometimes directly the question will be asked, explain Cohen-Sutherland with the help of an example, or sometimes they will ask you, give you a polygon and they will ask you to perform clipping as per Sutherland-Hodgman algorithm. So the final output, remember to draw the final output and show.